That is correct. Okay, hello, I am Pride, and I am one of the Cinderbros. I know I haven't made a solo video in a while, but today I'm starting something new, which Zale is also going to be starting, and it's up to Monster if he would like to do it too. Every third Friday of the month, we will be making videos of game reviews, and today I'm starting off with Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception. The reason I'm doing this and not doing it with Zale is because Zale has not completed the game yet, and we just feel that it's correct to do a review on a completed game. Now, the video is not physically me playing for the fact that I don't have something to record me playing the game on an Xbox. It's by the user ModdyW94, and I will have the link to the video if you would like to view other videos by them. It's their walkthrough and gameplay of the story mode. This is the first level. Okay, so basically Uncharted 3 takes it back to, first you start off, you play as the character, right? And you're trying to get to this land, this utopia that you've been looking for. Now, to find it, you get the help from your partner, Sully, which you actually figure out how you met him, and they show you. They show you flashbacks of how you two met and how you decided to go on to this journey. Now, I've played Uncharted 1 and 2, and I gotta say, out of all three, this is probably the best one. Not for the fact that the story is the best, but also for the fact of the mechanics and the quality. I didn't feel like it was just a game, but more of a movie as well, which you can also find online. People put the cutscenes together to make a physical movie, because that's what it is. So you go through this entire journey, you have to first find this item from your childhood, you know? Like, not physical childhood, but more of a teenager. When you were a rebel, you basically did anything you wanted to. And you have to get this item because it leads you to a map, which leads you to get to the place that you're trying to get to. This perfect utopia. But this man, the man who's giving them money right now, is in your way. Basically, he's an enemy working for, this blonde lady. I don't remember her name, because it was a while since I played. But they're the main enemies, and they're also trying to get to this land, but not for the same reason as you. You are trying to get there because Drake is an explorer. He loves finding things like this. He loves finding artifacts, finding places, and basically trying to relive the past that his ancestors lived. His ancestor being Francis Drake, who you figure out a lot of information that most textbooks would not tell you about this physical person during the game. So you go through and you have help from other friends and people that you have met through the other two games. But before I get into detail of who helps you or what they're trying to do, this is what happens.
Perhaps I should be asking you. This is bullshit. Deal's off, pal.
And you? You can tell your client. You blew it. Come on, mate. Let's get the hell out of here.
You're not really in a position to negotiate. Now give me the ring, take the case, and walk out of here like gentlemen.
Okay, so as you can see, there's already starting to be a little hostility.
You're a thief.
And this is when it all starts.
That's ironic.
Okay, why I wanted to pause was because I knew that the walkthrough, what they were just showing, would almost be over, the little cutscene, and they were going to show you how the fighting goes around. See, the thing I like about this is it's not just like, it's not a Call of Duty game, you know? It's not just shooting. Sure, you shoot, but Drake doesn't like to shoot because he doesn't like to kill, and he doesn't like to kill because, well, he's a normal human being. He's not in an army, he's not going after an enemy to kill. He's just going after, basically, figuring out what happened to his ancestors. I mean, just like any normal man at his age, he knows how to fight, so he's gonna fight if he needs to. He's not getting what he needs, his item, his money for the ring that he's giving to that guy, so this is how it starts. It shows you different controls, there's different ways of fighting, there's fists, you get a gun, and yeah, the thing I like about Uncharted is because it's kind of a mixture of games if you would really think about it. Because it is its own series, but it's also like the Infamous series. How Infamous, the character Cole, is able to like climb buildings and jump and leap and do things normal human beings wouldn't physically be able to do. Climb things you wouldn't see. and it makes it seem like more of a game, you know? Like, a lot of people play games for the fact that they play because they're not able to do specific things that their character can do. I mean, can you get thrown out of a 2-story window, land on a table, still get up, and fight the 3 guys sitting around you? Nope. Well, Drake can. And this is how it starts. See? You go around, you beat them all up, yep. So yeah. And the shooting is a little bit different than other games, but it's still not bad. You know, it's a little hard at certain points because you have to use your surroundings and adapt to them. You have to go around and you have to kill the enemy. But another thing I like is it's not one set enemy. There's more than one. There are Islamic people who have weapons. There's random bar fights. There's people who work for the enemy. It's like all over. You just happen to be caught in situations where your fists and actually weapons can be used to get out of. Now, like I said, Drake doesn't like using weapons, but when you need to, you need to. So right now you're seeing more of a normal beginning, kind of slow. You know, the other 2 games start off where you're already really into action. Like the first game literally starts off where you're on a boat in a shootout. This is just fighting. Now here's when you really start to see some of Drake's power. You see this? This man is double his size, right? It just goes to show you that, sure, it's a game, and sure, all the things in are possible and realistic, but his skill and his strength is just unmatchable. You know, it makes you want to be him. If you had to choose a favorite video game character and a reason why, Drake probably would be up there on that list for me, because, I mean, he is a very powerful guy, but not only that, he's smart. He knows how to get out of situations. He knows how to figure things out. He takes the whole game of just sitting there and punching people for no reason, and he changes it to his own view of how to get through situations. Like, literally taking the towel of a toilet seat off and bashing it over a guy's head. I would never think of that. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any other questions, I can answer them. Just put them in the comments. If I messed up on anything, that's possible too. I haven't physically played this game for a while, but from what I remember, it was the first PS3 game I ever played. It came with my PS3, so that was great. So yeah, this has been the first game review. Oh, final thoughts. Things that could be changed. The fighting techniques are a little bit outsourced, I guess you could say, in a way that, I mean, he is still a normal human. The fact that he's able to withstand all this punching and hitting, it doesn't seem realistic, but, I mean, then again, what game is realistic? So, I mean, that's good. Another thing is, I don't know if it would annoy anybody, but Drake, his character his looks changed between the first to the 3rd game. I mean, diehard players might get annoyed by it, but, I mean, it's nothing major, really, at all. That's the main enemy. Victor Soli. So yeah. Overall, there's some mechanics that don't work with the punching. Sometimes if you click a button, it doesn't work, or you try to block. But I mean, just normal problems that any game would really have. And then with the shooting is good. You could go around, grab any weapon you want, and pretty much it is easy to crouch and hide behind things, except for there is one level. I'm not going to go into detail of where or what it is or why you're there, but I am going to say it is very hard because there are snipers and there's like Islamic people, and they're shipping guns from places, so there's guns all over the place and there's people all over the place, and you have to try and get through that to get away. So that part is kind of hard, for the fact that the mechanics of the shooting are not well put together. Like, they shoot well, and they shoot at what you're trying to get, but to kill somebody, you have to shoot them more than, like, 2 or 3 times. It's a real knowledge to it, if that makes sense. So, yeah, overall, if I were to rate this game, on a scale of 1 to 10, Uncharted 3 would probably get an 8.5. The series itself, I would give maybe a 7.5, because I mean I would give it a perfect score, but there are a lot better games. Yeah, the only reason I give it an 8.5 is because I remember the first night I played it, I literally stayed up till 4 o'clock playing it. But then the next day, when I went through, it just seemed I couldn't grasp myself out of the concept. You know, I had to play a little bit, get used to it again, and then I got into the mindset. Yeah, as you can see, this is 20 years earlier. This is what I was talking about, how it shows you when you eat Sully. Yeah, also, that another reason I rate it low is because some people get confused. I don't know why, but people get confused between the time gaps and towards the end, specific events happen, and they kind of shift between reality and fake. Like, there's one part where you go from shooting at humans to shooting these demon fire guys, I don't even know what they are, that need to be shot with a shotgun like 8 times to die, and even when they die, they come back again. Now, that made me angry because you took the entire series of Uncharted, which is a historical game, and you just made it look completely bogus. I mean, the storyline cancels that out and tells you why it was like that, but that's another reason it takes the rating of the game down. Also, the reason I rated the series as what I did was because overall the series is good, but there are mechanical issues in the first one, a lot actually. Jumping is kind of, it's not as well as you would think, and for this kind of game it should be better than that, because when you jump it seems as if you're jumping but you're not grasping. Like in this game you jump against a building, you grasp onto that part of the building. In this it's good, but in the first one, meaning they're first starting out, one of the first PS3 games, if not the first PS3 game, and yeah, it had some issues with the controls, and shooting was very hard actually. Aiming at a target and physically hitting them with bullets was very hard. Subtitles came up at the bottom, but the font was so big and it was kind of hard to see. The second one was spot on. The beginning of it just instantly thrown in. You don't know what happened, but you know how you're getting out of it. You're hanging off a train. You have to climb up into the train. But again, it's also realistic because, I mean, unrealistic for the fact that, I mean, how long can Drake sit there and hang? I know it's a game, but still, you know what I mean? It just seemed, but I mean that's probably, if not one of my favorite instances that's ever happened in video game history, having to play as Drake and climb up a train that's been derailed and hanging off of the side of a mountain. If you want, I could go through and I can show more parts of the video if you would like to see a review of the first and second game as well. Just comment that too. So yeah, that's basically it. That's why I give a rating of 7.5 to the series itself, because of certain mechanical errors when it was first made. And yep, the game overall I would give an 8.5 because it's a very good game. It's one of my favorite games. The character's one of my favorite, but there are certain errors that it will have. I don't know what kind of game would be a 10. I mean, you would probably have to expect a lot to get a 10, but you know, no game can be physically perfect. There's always going to be a little void, a little hole, because you have to see and think about all the information and power and manpower actually that's put into a game and storylines. So for a game to be a perfect 10 is a very, very hard and kind of doubtable response. I mean, in my own personal opinion, there would be no game that would be a 10. The highest would be a 9. So me giving it an 8.5 is actually giving it a 9.5, if that makes sense. An 8.5 to me means almost the best. Like, if you understand that. So yeah, this is Pride, one of the Cinderbros, and this has been Uncharted 3. This is Uncharted 3. This is the first solo game review I have done, and remember, check in every third Friday of the month. We will be doing reviews together. I don't know if my video is going to get uploaded before Zale, but this is the very first game review, and it is, again, I'm going to say it, Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception. Now, if you would like to get this game, you can find it at your normal retail GameStop. Okay, bye. I'm Pride, and this is Cinderbros Game Reviews, I guess. Okay, bye.